show. So in honor of our first guest today, I am wearing this gorgeous caftan. I'm very excited about it. I feel like I'm in pajamas. And honestly, cooking in your pajamas, what is better than that? Every other Thursday over on the Socials Instagram page, my buddy Jess Allen cooks and entertains us with her delicious dishes on caftans in the kitchen. So I thought it was about time that we cooked together. So without further ado, please welcome Jess Allen. Oh my gosh, you look amazing! Thank you! Oh my gosh! This is very exciting for me. So exciting for me. Do you want to know why?
Why?
Real life Mary wears a lot of potato sacks.
Yes.
And what is a caftan other than like a very fancy potato sack?
It is a very fancy potato sack, which I think we need to normalize in all aspects of life.
I agree.
This is exciting for me because it's the first time I've worn a caftan not in my own kitchen.
Oh my gosh, this is a thrill. Oh my gosh.
So thank you.
Jess Allen, so if you have not seen caftans in the kitchen, it is so amazing. You just got it started. You basically just love wearing a caftan, you love cooking away.
Exactly, and it started during the pandemic because I think my bosses wanted me to have something to do.
Oh, interesting.
The Social has 4 co-hosts.
Yeah.
And they were all home working.
Yeah.
And so we came up with this idea, and it was sort of an extension of my personal food blog at the time that I was writing called Foodie and the Beast.
Yeah.
And Foodie and the Beast was kind of a relationship blog masquerading as a food blog.
I like
because
this.
I have a feeling you're the same. I feel like the good stuff happens when we're eating.
Yes.
In every, this is important.
Yeah.
What we're eating. But it's more this.
It's the draw. I always think, honestly, the best meals I make, the food draws you to it, but then you almost forget about the food.
Yeah.
Elbows on the table, having a nice time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And with the caftan, you don't have to worry about unbuttoning your pants.
See? Jess Allen.
It's perfect.
Listen,
Hot tip.
y'all playing 3D chess over here, and I'm obsessed. So we're gonna make a recipe today, and this is a recipe, correct me if I'm wrong, that you have made before.
It is one I've made before, and specifically yours, this very recipe, because I got a hankering for Croque Madame, and I Googled it. Your recipe came up first. I made it, and it was a mind-blowing experience. A, because you're a very good recipe writer.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
And 2, it was delicious.
Isn't it good?
It's so good. And for dinner.
And for dinner. I love a breakfast for dinner. We are big fans of that in our house. But essentially a croque madame or a croque monsieur is essentially like a ham and cheese sandwich. You can do it without the ham. That's what I usually do. But as opposed to just doing ham and cheese, you also make a delicious bechamel sauce, which is so good. So we're going to get started on that bechamel sauce. Okay, so into this pan, would you grab that butter?
I would love to. It feels like I'm on a real cooking show.
You are.
Not the fake one.
That's so exciting. All right, so I've got about 2 tablespoons of butter in here because the first thing you need to do, because we're making like a thickened cream sauce, and that's what a bechamel is you want to melt the butter and you want to make a roux. Now, do you know what a roux is? I know you've made a roux before.
I've made a roux. I don't really, it's to thicken stuff, kind of, right?
Yes.
Like gravy and sauces.
100%. So a roux is essentially just fat and flour mixed together. Obviously, this is French, so we're going butter. If you want to get extra fancy, you could do like bacon fat. Honestly, if you got one of those cans of bacon fat, did your parents ever have that?
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah, it was like an apple juice can of bacon fat in the fridge. Yeah.
Sometimes not even in the fridge.
No. I mean, if it's in the fridge, feel free to use it. I mean, hang it out, you know what I mean? So we've got that butter in there, but basically you just need 2 tablespoons of fat. So if you don't have butter, you could use that bacon fat, you could use olive oil, whatever you've got.
I didn't know that. That's amazing.
Yeah. All right, would you sprinkle over 2 tablespoons of flour, just all-purpose flour. Beautiful, beautiful. Fantastic. And then we just want to whisk that in. So this is essentially, see, it gets clumpy, and then it's going to cook out. This is the thing that is going to thicken up our milk. Because to be honest, most cream sauces are not made with cream. They're actually made with milk.
Okay.
And then thickened up with a roux.
I see. And it's important, right, to cook the flour?
It is.
I remember that.
Otherwise, it's going to taste like glue. Like literal, like school. If you were someone who ate glue as a kid, you'll know what I'm talking about. I did not. My friend Frank did, though. He's a doctor now, so don't worry about it. All right, so we've got that toasting off, and you want to cook off that raw flour flavor, but that only takes about 30 seconds.
Okay.
Now, would you grab that milk? We've got 2 cups of milk here. I always use whole milk because that's what I have, but you can honestly use any type of milk.
Slowly?
Slowly pop it in there. Now, if you warm the milk first, it'll make this a little bit easier. Oh my gosh, this is so much easier with 2 people.
I was just thinking
Jess,
the same thing.
You gotta come over here more.
We have to get there more.
Also, I get to wear a caftan. I feel like I'm in my PJs. This is a delight. Now, as is typically the case with me, anytime I'm making a bechamel, I guess some lumps. Lumps happen.
Lumps happen.
Lumps are a part of life.
I don't mind them.
I don't either. I think they're great. They will cook out. Honestly, they will. So just let that simmer down. But I do want to flavor this up a little bit. So in addition to that milk with that roux in there, I want to add in a little bit of herb de Provence. That's the first thing.
See, I feel like this is what made this recipe your recipe. You Mary Bergified it by adding the what do you call it?
Herbs de Provence.
Herbs de Provence.
Yes.
It was so special.
It's so special, and it's such a good herb blend. Listen, I honestly, it's just because I'm lazy. Herb de Provence, someone else has mixed all these herbs together.
Yeah.
There's thyme, there's oregano, there's lavender.
Which is so weird. It seems like it shouldn't work.
No,
but it does.
And it doesn't taste like your grandma's perfume drawer. Like it smells delicious, nice and savory. So I'm gonna add about half a teaspoon of that right on in.
Beautiful.
And then season that up with salt and pepper. Now we also need a little bit of nutmeg, and I only have this pocket, and I forgot my nutmeg. Do you have any pocket nutmeg?
Well, thank goodness I always carry one with me.
Excellent, perfect, excellently done. All right, honestly, pocket nutmeg, it'll catch on. It's gonna be a thing. Would you grate a little bit of that right on in? Now, do you use pre-grated or a fresh grate nutmeg?
Fresh grated,
yes,
always, because I'm assuming it never goes bad.
Honestly, it probably does, but it's not hanging out in my house long enough to go bad. That is perfect.
Okay.
The thing about nutmeg in a cream sauce or any sort of creamy thing is it gives you almost this lemony flavor, which is absolutely delicious.
Oh my goodness, look at this.
So we just whisk that together, and while that's whisking, so how did you come up with the idea? I know your bosses were like, you gotta do some work.
Yeah.
But like, have you always been a caftan fan? Do you have a collection of caftans?
I have not always been a caftan fan. I think I got the first one sent to me by a friend as a gift. And then as soon as I put it on, I realized, oh, I think this is who I have always been and who I want to continue being.
Oh, I like this.
Yeah. It felt right.
You put it on and you were like, finally.
Exactly. You know when you get home after work, ladies, gentlemen, maybe too, and maybe the first thing you do is take off your bra, and then you want to put on something cozy and comfortable. The caftan became like my house dress. Like, as soon as that came off, this came on.
This is better than mine because I feel like I look like Adam Sandler when I get home. I just put on my Adam Sandler clothes, my basketball shorts and my husband's t-shirt, and honestly, it's not great. Yeah, this is a better look. I personally think so. All right, so we have got that cooking up. We want that to thicken up even more though, but we're gonna start adding in some cheese. So typically with a bechamel, you're actually just, and a croque monsieur, you're just keeping this cream sauce as is. You don't add cheese, but we turn this bechamel into a Mornay sauce.
You also taught me that in your recipe. I didn't know what a Mornay sauce was. And the idea of just a straight up bechamel, I don't know, nothing against it.
No.
But it seems a little glompy.
It's a little glompy.
A little glompy. This ups the stakes.
It gives you a little bit of that string, that little cheese pull.
Oh my gosh.
It's good. And this is also something I like to do. I also make this into like a mac and cheese, and it's out of control. It's real good, guys.
This can be the base for a mac, of course.
Perfect. Even more cheese, though, obviously.
And it seems like it's really adaptable for whatever you're craving. Like you could play with this.
100%. If you want to do mushrooms, if you want to do smoked salmon, if you want to put anything you want in here. But we're going to start with about half a cup of Gruyere.
Okay.
About that, pop that on in.
Pop it in.
So Gruyere is really good. It's nutty. It's traditional in a croque monsieur or a croque madame. I keep saying these things. You'll find out later what a croque madame is, because right now we're making a croque monsieur. And then I'm also gonna, this is another Mary addition, I'm gonna add in half a cup of pecorino cheese. It's a little funky. It's a little tasty. So head on in there. Oh my gosh.
And nutty, I feel like. It's got a little nut
You know what? It is really nice and nutty. All right, so
look at that. It's like magic.
It's thickening up absolutely beautifully. That looks so good. So while that thickens a little bit further, we're gonna get to kind of assembling these sandwiches a little bit. Wonderful. So we've got 8 slices of just any sort of bread here. We've got like a kind of sort of challah-y situation.
Okay.
You could do any sort of country bread. You can use sourdough. Don't tell anyone in Paris, but if you wanted to, you could even do this with like classic sandwich bread.
Yeah, why not?
Honestly, I would eat it.
The bread is really not the star.
No,
it's
it's
more
a
of the vehicle.
Are we best friends?
Oh my God.
Anytime I walk by Jess's office, I'm like, is she there?
We're both like,
yeah. That's very exciting. All right, so we're gonna get to filling these babies. So the first thing we need to do is put a little bit of mustard down. So we should put some mustard Dijon on half of these slices.
Half of these slices.
And then
should we work in a row? Like we'll go like that?
Okay. I like that idea.
Gosh.
Oh, see, this is where our brains switch, because I would have done these ones, but I like what you're doing.
Oh my goodness.
Yours makes more sense.
We're adapting.
We're adapting. It's good to go.
And I'm not going shy on this because I like this.
I love mustard. And if you wanted to, you could even do this with a grainy mustard, but you want to use Dijon, something a little peppery.
Oh, I like the grainy
I know.
one.
Little pop?
Yes.
Gotta love a little pop. Now, if you were making this like a mac and cheese, put the mustard in that sauce, then mix everything together, then put it on noodles, and you'll be happy as anybody.
gosh.
All right, now onto there, I'm gonna add on some ham. So I'm gonna do ham on 3 of these babies, leave 1 plain, and any sort of ham works. If you wanna be fancy, you can go with like fancy, like Parisian ham, if you can find it. But if not, just like Black Forest will do.
Yeah.
Bring this baby to Germany and you're good.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. All right, we've got that. Now we're gonna add on some of that delicious sauce. So that has been cooking
it's
down.
perfect.
It's perfect. It's creamy. It's bubbling. It's out of control.
It's
All
like
right.
you've done it before.
You know what?
You've done it a few times.
I feel like both of us have made this arguably maybe too many times, but a good way.
It truly is such a perfect, you can have it for brunch.
You can.
But I think for dinner with like a really crisp, bitter salad.
Oh my gosh,
Oh.
yes, like a little bit of endive,
Yes.
a little bit of lemon in there.
Maybe some capers.
Oh my gosh, you're speaking my language, Jess Allen. Jess Allen, I think you gotta come for dinner for realsies.
Okay.
We both live on the West End, we got this.
That's true.
All right, now we're gonna put even more cheese on there.
I think I'll do the cheese.
You do the cheese, so that's even more Gruyere. We've got 2 cups of Gruyere. We're gonna sprinkle that on, then we're gonna sandwich these babies together, pop those on top, more of that delicious Mornay sauce, more of that cheese, pop them in the broiler, and when we come back, we're gonna make these little monsieurs into a madame. Sound good?
Yes.
Okay, I am so excited that you are here.
I am too.
We're having arguably too much fun. Now, if you have not caught her Caftans in the Kitchen cooking episodes, every other Thursday on the Socials Instagram page, you gotta check it out. Honestly, it's so much fun.
Thank you so much.
And may I say, you have a beautiful kitchen.
Oh, thank you so much.
It's a stunner.
Wow.
Yeah, no big deal.
I had nothing to do with it.
Yeah. All right, so today we are obviously wearing our caftans and we are making one of Jess and my's favorite. We are making croque madame. Now, before the break, we made essentially croque monsieur, which is a ham and cheese sandwich with a delicious bechamel or a Mornay sauce. And we popped those in the oven. Do you want to go take a gander at those for me?
I do.
Now, while Jess is doing that, I fried up some eggs because what Jess is grabbing.
Oh. Wow.
Y'all, those eggs look good, but get ready for this.
Oh my gosh,
Look
Mary.
at those stone cold stunners. Oh my gosh. All that sauce. That's what you're looking for, that ooziness, that golden brown.
I'm shocked.
Are you
at
happy?
How TV happens.
I know.
We just put it, there wasn't any fakery.
Yeah, this is real. We literally made these. Sometimes, fun fact, we do a little swap. But this was real. Honestly beautiful. So this as is known as a croque monsieur. I can still remember the first croque monsieur I had. It was in Strasbourg.
Oh, that's so interesting.
It was, I think the last time I ate ham.
Really?
Honestly, the reason I don't eat ham and meat is because I ate a lot on this trip. And I was like, I'm gonna give pigs a break for a minute. And then, you know, we are doing it.
You had a lifetime of ham.
I literally, by the time I was 12. This is mine?
That's yours,
Okay,
yeah.
perfect. I'm gonna serve these babies up. So these are croque monsieurs currently.
Okay.
They look absolutely beautiful. This one looks delicious.
Yeah.
But to turn them into a croque madame, ladies need a hat. That's essentially all you're doing. You are adding on a little hat of a perfectly fried egg. We've fried these off in a little bit of butter. And doesn't it look kind of like the hat that Rose in Titanic gets out of the car?
And then she comes
does
up.
the yeah. And that's the one.
Oh my gosh, so that is the origin of the name?
That's literally it.
I had no idea, and
It's
I
a-
love food origins.
Me too. I was gonna say.
It's so interesting.
Yeah, because you did art history, so you like an origin
I
type
love
person.
origin stories, like the origins of a word, the origins of a food, the origins of a person. It's just fascinating stuff.
It is fascinating, but then
Wow.
all you do is get that beautiful egg that kind of looks like a lady's
on.
hat with that runny, perfect yolk, looking absolutely beautiful. Now, do you want to dig into these babies
We're
and
gonna
see how they
eat
go?
them?
We're gonna
oh my
eat them.
gosh,
We're gonna give them
can,
taste.
can we show the favorite
part? Okay, shall
it's
we?
where you go like this.
1, 2, 3.
Oh.
Look at that. Beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
It's crispy, it's soft, it's chewy, and you better believe it's gonna be a little bit messy. I'm going in big.
Okay.
Wait, like you just cut her in half.
I did.
You went-
I don't know what I did. I think I'm just. There we go.
There we go.
She's eating like a lady.
She's got it. We got our
because-
caftans
Yeah.
on, and we are going for it. Jess, cheers to you, man.
Okay, is this gonna hurt?
This is gonna.
There we go.
We got it. Okay, let's do this thing. That's pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Us couple of ladies are gonna take a break, but we'll be right back. We'll see you later, right? Hey, Mary here. What did you think? Drop your comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of the good stuff.